Finding motivation as an artist. For the number and numerous amount of people who have told me that my art means nothing, that I will never amount to anything using art, and art is not a career, art is not like something that's helpful, art is not a good investment, art, like I've been told, like everything you ever hear about art being bad for your future, I have been told, and I have been told multiple times, and I have been told, and I continue to be told this by people who are older than me, by people who are younger than me, by my own peers, by anyone who is not in the industry, and for people who are even in the industry who tell you that you're not made for this, or yes and yes and yes. And it's a lot, because like at that point it's only you who's fighting for your own dreams and your own ability to be a creative, artistic person. And it's hard to find motivation, and I have spoken about this very briefly in another like draw with me video. And just talking about that, it's like, number one, you gotta be strong for this. Like, that's something I wish someone told me. Like, once you like get into art, you have to be strong. Like, the emotional strength that you build in this field, in this path, in this, whether even if you're like a hobbyist, or if you're like a professional, or like you're just someone getting into it, like you really have to be emotionally strong for you to be able to be an artist. Because like so many people are gonna put you down for what you're doing, so many people are gonna disregard the ability to sit down and kind of teach yourself how to do all these things. So many people won't be willing to invest in your artistic pursuits, and that's all right. That's okay. Like, for time and time again, we have heard about the starving artist, and that is a video I want to talk more in depth in. And I know it comes from, number one, artists are not paid well, and it's not something that should be normalized to the point that it's known, you know? Artists aren't paid well. And I would say that as a fact, and something that's not true, because artists are paid well if you're smart enough to use your artistic abilities to create highly valuable skills in society. Then your art is valuable. And yeah, so I will talk more about that also. But the main thing is, yes, some artists are broke, and yes, some artists have found ways to create a source of income for their art. And if they did not, there wouldn't be the term or the career as an artist. So just to start by saying, starving artist, it's not like it's a must you're gonna be a starving artist. If you're smart enough, if you got your plans, if you know who you are and can find a way out of it and just do your research, honestly, you're not going to be a starving artist. But you do have to work very, very hard. And that is something else I want to say. Like, you do have to work very hard to be able to be an artist. And one of the main ways I find motivation as an artist is picturing myself and seeing myself before doing art, and picturing myself now, and weighing and asking myself why. And this is something that you'll hear. It's like the 5 whys. Just ask yourself, why am I doing this? Okay, why? Okay, why? Until 5 times, until you find the root like answer to your question. Why are you doing this? Why are you sitting down and drawing? And let me tell you, if your answer is it makes you happy, that is enough. That is literally enough. That's my reason for drawing. Like, not because I'm gonna have like a very like super job at Disney, not because I want to make like a graphic novel or a movie, or work on a graphic novel with someone else, or be involved in the creation of a movie or short film, not because I want to make illustrations and sell them, not because I want to start a small art business, not because of all that. I do art because it genuinely makes me very happy. It does make me very frustrated. but it makes me very happy, and it makes me happy for multiple and multiple days. And I love it. Like, I love being happy. And it's something that, let's be honest, y'all, like, we've lived enough to know that we're faking it. Like, I know we can be happy some of the times, but y'all, we're like faking it half of the time. Like, I've talked to so many people, and we'll be smiling, laughing, talking, but we're deep inside, we're like very hurt humans. Like, we're being a human in this society is very traumatizing just by the sheer fact of existing. And as bleak as that sounds, and even if I'm laughing about it, it is very crazy how we have to, like, we all know the fact that it's hard out here and we're struggling every single day, but we pretend we're not. And it's just crazy. It's just a crazy thing to think about. And being able to find joy in absolutely anything, whether it's your hobbies, whether it's running, whether it's art, is something that is enough to be your motivation to do all of this. Going on forward, make good friends, y'all. Make friends who actually support you. And when I'm saying this, like, y'all, like, I'm not the one to be like, drop all your friends who don't support you, blah, blah, blah. But make friends who do support you. Like, being with your friends who don't support you or think you're wasting your time, even if they're good friends in general, because friendships are very nuanced, no one is perfect, blah, blah. But being able to find people who actually support you and motivate you to do what you're doing is gonna help a lot. So, y'all, just get on Discord, get on popular art YouTubers Discords, and that's where you're gonna find your motivation. Everyone's new, everyone's green, not everyone, but so many people are new, so many people are green, so many people are eager to learn about art, and you need to surround yourself with that energy if you want to make it. Like, surrounding yourself with non-artists is like, I get it, you're just new into art, not all your friends are artists, but finding people who are artists and on the journey and have all this psych and motivation and energy and passing and pushing each other with those shared energies is gonna be one of the reasons you're gonna stick to art. So that's my tip. Like, y'all, find art friends, find people who actually support you. Number 3, no one's opinions matter but your own. Absolutely no one matters but your own. Like, so many people will say they have the best intentions of you, which they do. They actually really do. It's not like they lie or anything. But the one who knows you the best is gonna be yourself most of the times. Like, most of the times when you feel it in your heart and in your gut that you're doing the right thing, it is probably the right thing, and you gotta stick to that. You gotta be able to use yourself and just like forget what it's not even haters, forget what other people say, and just continue pushing yourself and doing what you're doing. And lastly, stand up for yourself, y'all. Like, I know it's scary, I know it can feel very overbearing, but sometimes, yeah, you gotta be quiet, let people say whatever you want. But if it reaches a point, like, stand up for yourself, stand up for your beliefs in art, stand up for what you're doing, advocate for yourself, talk more about yourself and your artistic endeavors and pursuits, give examples, show that it's been done before. Like, we have millions and millions and trillions of museums stocked up with so many artists' work. Why can't that be you? It can. And you gotta stand up for yourself and tell people that. Like, as scary as it is, like, I know how scary it is to stand up for yourself and people punching you down consistently and constantly, and it will happen. But you, as long as you're standing up for yourself and saying like, hey, art is something I like, art makes me happy, it's something I find joy in, it has like a continuous improvement cycle that does motivate me to do it continuously, that is enough. And once you stand up for yourself, stand up for your art, you're never gonna lose any motivation, because now people are expecting you to do well. So so that is all I have for finding motivation in art. And y'all better stand up for yourself, and continue pushing through it all and making your art dreams come true. That sounded corny as hell, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I always have fun making the videos and always try to find motivation within yourself. You got this. I got this, you got this, we all got this. Bye now.